What's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Ashley Janae, and today I'm bringing you something special. I haven't brought to you a food video in a minute. So if this is your first time stopping by, welcome. This is the place where we focus on all things self-mastery, whether it's in your business, your health, or even your personal life. There's something here for you. Today, we're talking about tamarinds. So what's a tamarind? A tamarind is a fruit. It might not look like it, but it has several seeds on the inside. It looks like a brown pea pod. It looks like a little bit something when it's wet, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But this fruit is indigenous to tropical places in Africa. It's also now grown on the continent of Asia. And I looked up some of the nutrition facts. So it contains, 1 cup of tamarind contains 28% of your daily magnesium, about 20% of your potassium and your iron, 34% of your daily amount of B1. Isn't that cool? It also has 6 grams of fiber, 3 grams of protein, and it has other nutrients and minerals in it from phosphorus, calcium, and things like that. However, it also is very sugary. Now, we're not talking about processed, refined, added sugar or anything like that, but just if it's something that you're paying attention to, that's something that you want to know. So a lot of you that follow my IG page saw that I put up a video or a picture, a post about my Seamoss smoothie that I make every day. And in that is tamarind juice. So a lot of people hit me up like, what's tamarind juice? How do you make it? And I wasn't really surprised because if you're like me, you know, you might not have been exposed to it. I actually just learned about tamarind last year and started drinking it. And it kind of reminds you, I'm going to show you in a second, the consistency of like a date on the inside, but it's not really sweet, especially if you're someone that has a sweet tooth. It's not as sweet as a date, and it can be a little bit on the sour side when it's kind of young and still green. But once it's brown and mushy, malleable, it's a little bit sweeter. So I'm going to show you how I make it. Follow along. I'm going to post everything for you in the description box. So here we go. First things first, you need to break open your pod. Now you'll see it's got some little veins in it. That's okay. Break your pod open, get all of the hard shell off of it, and pull out the veins. Looks a little creepy, but it's nothing. And then throw it into a second, deeper, clean container. Part 1 is complete. Now that has to sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. If your water is really hot, it'll go a lot quicker. So in the meantime, grab yourself a couple of limes. I use key limes and some spring water. That's all you're really going to need for the recipe. Now there are other things you can add if you so choose. If you would like to add a sweetener like honey or agave, if you would like to add other spices like maybe nutmeg or cinnamon, whatever it is you choose. If you want to add a little bit of vanilla, go ahead and get creative. And like always, with the little help of YouTube magic, 15 minutes has miraculously gone by. So you need something to put your tamarind juice in and a strainer if you choose. You can always pull the pulp out with your hand if you want, or a fork, but this is easy for me. This yielded about 4 cups. So some things that I wanted to point out: however much tamarind juice I get straight from the fruit, I double that in spring water. And for every cup of fresh tamarind juice that I yield, I always add 1 key lime per cup. So I made 2 cups. That's why you saw me add 2 key limes. Now, that's it for this recipe, but as a bonus, if you stay tuned, I will show you a quick way that I make my sea moss smoothie. I'm excited. It's almost smoothie time. Okay, for real. I'm going to show you the things that I put in my smoothie. Now remember, this is what I do. You don't have to do it this way. Add in the things that you like. So first thing I do, I get my blender cup. You can blend it in your regular blender. This is just convenient for me. Put in whatever fruits that you would like. I have some strawberry, pineapple, mango, and I added some blueberry. I don't like blueberry, but it's good for you. So I only really eat it in smoothies. So you get your mixed fruit. For me, this is how I keep my sea moss. When I make my sea moss gel, it makes 2 of these jars at a time, and I'll make another video showing you how I make my sea moss gel. But also, this is a couple tablespoons of hemp seeds and a couple tablespoons of flax. I also have 5 dates, my leftover tamarind juice, and this right here is the last of a big batch of tea that I make. This is a mixture of several herbs and roots. So I have burdock roots, I have soursop leaves, I have mint, there's lemon balm, red raspberry leaf, yellow dock, some nettle. There's a few things in here. It's about 15 or so herbs that I make specifically for this. I make it, let it cool off, and I let it sit in my refrigerator, and I'll make a couple of these bottles so I can have it for my smoothie. And this is what I drink every single day. So I'm going to add all these ingredients together, blend it up, and bam. Always let it sit for a little second so most of the smoothie will get in there. Now, taste test. So, the dates are optional. Me, I'm a person, I like sweet. I love sweet. It's a craving. I'm trying to get over that hump, but I like sweet. So on top of the sweetness of the fruit, I also add in the dates. Now, you can add 2 dates, 3 dates, 5 dates. You can add no dates. It's up to you. I personally don't add nut milks that are store-bought because they're full of sugar, which is what I'm trying to get rid of and get away from, the processed refined sugars. So that's why I add the dates. You can also decide if you want to add a sweetener. Me personally, I'm trying to stay away from the refined sugar. So even agave or date syrup, it's still refined, and the process of refinement breaks down the fibers and therefore strips away the nutrients that you can get. So it's time for me to go do dishes. Here's my smoothie. This is about to be my meal right now. This is so good. But yeah, this is my meal. I've been running all day. I had my tea this morning. I had my lime water. I had a juice. Now it's smoothie time. This is good. Please try it. And when you do, let me know how you like it. That's it. That's all. Especially with that tamarind juice. Try it. Hit me up. Let me know. You guys know my IG. Hit me up. Ashley said it best on all social media platforms. Let me get one more sip. And let me know. I was talking to a gentleman today. You can go ahead and click off if you don't want to hear my story. But I went to go drop off a sea moss delivery to a gentleman this morning, and he also he like makes his own teas with herbs and things like that, and we were having the conversation. But he's on his health journey as well, and he's also an educator of sorts. So we were having a conversation this morning about the sea moss, and he was asking me, how do you prepare it? How do you make it? And I was telling him, and I said, in my smoothie, I put the tamarind juice. He said, what? So that was kind of like the inspiration to make this video. Oh my gosh. It's so good. There you go. Cheers to your health. I'm about to go do the dishes now. And if you like this video, please smash that like button. Come along for the journey. Go ahead and subscribe. Turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Remember, we are all things self-mastery on this channel, and we want you to come along for the ride. I'll see you in the next video, family. Peace. Did you know I picked out a video just for you? Really, I did. I put it right here. Click it. Click it right now so you can check it out. Just for you.